Welcome back, YouTubers. I am happy to show you guys a quick update on my 140 gallon mixed reef tank. It's been a while since I've uploaded a video because there wasn't really too much to share, but I guess there are some things, so I'll get right to it. I had made a video about that, my finger leather that sheds and making babies, I guess, and that's pretty cool. I've been trying to take care of some of my Aptasias because I did have quite a few in here, so now I'm just down to a couple I still gotta go after. If I can go right there, and hopefully I can get clearer, maybe not, but anyhow, we'll continue along the way. Hi, Big Blue, I hate you. Put this piece in here before just to start spreading GSP onto there, which it's doing. This is going really long, this GSP, and I'm thinking it's because the it's kind of low, so it's not getting a huge amount of light. It's getting enough, obviously. You can see it's doing okay, but so it's kind of coming out a little different. Up here's a little patch of the two different kinds of GSP mixed, doing their thing. Some more there. And down here I've got some frags from the frag tank, and I'll get into that a little more on the other video when I do one for the frag tank. But I had gotten some algae in there, and so these had some algae on them, and I decided to put them in here to try to get rid of some of that. So that candy cane coral came out of there. A few various things. Purple bonsai there's doing pretty well. If you go way back in my video's history, those were it was like one little stick or something is what that started with, and it doesn't show up a very good color on here. I can, from looking at the screen anyway, but in real life it's actually a really nice purple with neon green polyps. They just one of those things that'll never show up quite right on film. So as we travel along, those I had moved down there. There's some more Aptasia. They were originally up top behind all the anemones, but I found that annoying because I wanted to be able to see them, so I moved them on the little rock they were on to there. Got a couple of Bella Blues going on in there. This poor little Monty frag had fallen. I didn't realize that it was upside down on the dirt for a period of time, so it's kind of lost some color, but yeah, hopefully it'll make a recovery. I had a rock shift. This had actually slid down and had been right over here, so it had actually was on top of all that stuff, and the Duncans had gotten flipped over in the process and had been face down, so they're a little upset. I only stood them back up about an hour ago, so they'll open up later. That thing actually, it pretty well fills up that whole cavity there when they're fully open. My green mushrooms doing awesome. I love those. Can't wait for them to keep growing out. And down here, these things are all doing pretty well. The one Recordia, and then Acan, and I got the Blasto, and what's that, Favia or something. And that's another frag right there that had the Pallies and like Joker zoos. Unfortunately, it had gotten thrown down in the rock, and so I managed to get it out, but only after about 3/4 of the zoos had died. So it had gone in there for a little while, and I wasn't willing to rip apart the rockwork, but once it all fell apart, it was a good time to get some stuff back. That's a plug of zoos all closed up. Same thing, it was affected. This, when I said this thing fell, like this whole thing fell. Some Hollywood, I think it is, Chalice. It's doing good. Up here I've got that bird's nest that got thrown into my over on this side, I'll show you. It had gotten thrown into the torch coral, which kind of killed a couple of the tips, but it's fine. I know that's that'll be just fine. It'll grow back out. I gotta move that plug still. The zoos, they're not overly happy right there. My mushrooms are clearly happy though. They're always happy though. Same with this torch coral. And there's actually another head of torch that fell inside. I don't know if I'll ever see it again. Just sometimes I see the purple tentacles hanging out. Down here, got a couple things. Got a crab that's obviously fallen and can't get up. He needs one of those little things. And I got just a SPS stick of something, some acro, whatever. My clam, who's partially buried, I guess. Some zoos that have gotten thrown around because of Big Blue, my Big Blue Tang, being a prick. Duncan's still doing well. They're not open all the way right now, but it is like 7:30 in the evening, so my lights, even though on here they look really bright, they're actually dimming down for the night. It's just the way the LEDs are picked up. Damn anemones, they just keep splitting and splitting and splitting. I can't win. I don't know. I wish I could get them out and sell them, but there's no way to get that out of there. And they continue up there. Over here, I accidentally broke that today while I was fixing stuff because that had gotten buried. It had been buried, partially buried for actually probably like a week or two, and I was just too lazy to reach in there, and then now I see that half of it died, so I wish I had reached in a little sooner. More Aptasia in my plate coral. Right there, I gotta really take care of that. Here's where I had glued those zoos, those ones that were on the ground there. I had glued them up in here, but that big blue, he'll fight until he wins. He doesn't like you putting stuff in without his permission or something. I don't know what his deal is. I hate him. And eventually when I get a new tank, he's out of there. I don't know. I'm probably going to get rid of him. And yeah, the rest of the stuff is for the most part doing pretty well. And I kind of like those. They don't show up necessarily the nicest color on camera, but in person they're pretty cool. And there's my Sunny D's way up top, and I've got a frag of them on the other side too, but and then I set that empty plug there to try to see if they would grow onto it, because I really like those, and I'd like them a little more visible though. Like you only see them in the evening when the anemones start to recede, but you can see they're just surrounded by anemones. I don't even know how many are in here right now. Anemones, probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's gonna be, oh geez, that's 6 alone. I know there's one on the other side of this rock I put up. It got squished a little bit, but they're good. They'll get out. There's at least 6 or 7 anyway. And then continuing with the little tour here, I actually, unfortunately, my skimmer bit the dust. So right now I don't have a skimmer in here. I've got to order a new pump, which I will do, because I got the Vertex IN 180, and I think it was CU Marine has them for like $100 plus shipping or something. So I'm just gonna, I think, go ahead and order that. I was looking at getting a new skimmer, but really, what's the point in spending like $400 to do the same thing, right? I might as well just buy a pump and fix it. So that's pretty much the update, guys. It's really, there wasn't too much to report, just kind of everything's doing its thing. Not a whole lot going on. I got some water all brewed up in the kitchen to do a water change, and I'm going to be heading out to the Coral Reef shop in Burlington at some point. They said that they would do a water analysis for me. Just I do my own little test kits, but you know, I thought it would be nice to get them to check it out too and get their opinion on maybe some stuff that, you know, I should be doing in the tank to try to get better growth, color, and all that good stuff. So, you know, I would consider them to be experts. They got a nice store with a lot of nice high-end corals, so I'll see about those and maybe do an update once I get those results. But that's gonna wrap it up for this, guys. I am gonna do the frag tank update in the near future, and so I'm hoping you guys will check back for that, and just give you a wide shot just for anyone that hasn't seen my tank as a whole before. That's it, and that's down the end, and that's that side. So it's about 140 gallons and the 30-gallon sump, but that's a lot of rocks, so I don't really know how much water would be in there. But thanks for watching, guys, and hopefully you'll take some time and check out some of my other videos, because I do a lot of other stuff, not just aquariums and corals. I try to have a good mix of stuff on my channel. So thanks for watching, and consider subscribing if you haven't already, and feel free to leave feedback if you got anything that you want to mention. By all means, go ahead and do that. Hey, there we go, a clam opened up. I really like him. He's just a little guy, but he's cool. This poor guy. What do you think? Should I rescue him, or do we leave him? Oh my God! I wish I had a live poll so you guys could tell me what you think. I think we should rescue him, because you know what? That eel right there, he is very opportunistic. He eats all my snails. Like, whenever a snail goes by him, he grabs it and eats it. So I'm betting if this crab were to reach out far enough to actually start getting away, or to make a difference, if the eel saw it, he would probably snag him. So let's go ahead and see if we can't figure something out for him, like even just push him down like that so that he can grab onto that rock. Well, you guys have watched this long, we might as well watch and see if he leaves. Come on, buddy. There are 5 million or so people that are going to watch this video that want to see you get up and make a run for it now. Oh, there he goes. I see him moving. I see him moving. Come on, buddy. Let's zoom in. There he goes, guys. Look at, don't you feel good about yourself? Because I know if there had been a vote button, you guys all would have clicked the help him button. And so it's because I could tell that you guys were that kind of crowd that I was able to flip him over like that. So he's got a, I think he's just getting used to the idea that he's free to go now. And that's why I love you guys. You guys are the greatest subscribers and stuff ever. I knew you would do the right thing. So there, anyways, he's probably pretty happy. He's free to go. Now watch this. Watch that eel just come around and snag him anyway. Everyone else in here is probably like, what are you doing, dude? It's time to eat. If I come near the tank, they think that means food. You guys know, if you're watching this, it's probably because you have a reef tank, and if you don't, you'll know that very quickly that fish are always hungry. No matter what, they're like, no, we didn't eat today. Doesn't matter, we didn't eat in a week. And you could have just fed them 10 minutes ago. My cat's the same way. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll leave you with this view right here. And we'll test out the zoom on my camera for fun. That's pretty good. You know, actually this is a new phone, just in case anyone's wondering. It's the Note 4. And that's called Big Blue in front of it. But you can zoom in on those polyps from way back here, so that's pretty good. Say it's going through water and glass and stuff. But alright guys, like seriously, that's 15 minutes. I gotta go. YouTube's gonna start billing me for making videos this long. Alright, thanks for watching guys.